So today I just wanted to break down my trading session. I was trading MNQ today. Started out this morning before pre-market. I was a little impatient. I had a trade where I essentially tried to sell it before market open, and I never do that. I was just being impatient. I've been trading for a while, but I'm still human at the end of the day. But I did get out of it pretty quick. I made 4 trades in total today. The first one I ended up losing, I believe just a little bit. Second trade I was a B plus trade. I want to give it an A plus just because it was kind of me predicting and not necessarily one that is my setup. But the other 2 trades were my setup. So I'm just kind of break down exactly how when I got in and when I got out, kind of what I was thinking. So I will start with that first one before market open. As you can see right here, I got in, and I'm trading micros, by the way. I do trade micros because, yes, I understand that, every time you click the button, there's a commission on it. But at the same time, it helps me get in real small, and I move my stop where I want to see my stop. So if I have a little more risk, I can get in, and I move my stop to where it is, and I'm like, oh, okay. So I can, let's just say I want to risk, I never try to risk more than 500, but usually I do. But so I try to get in, and I'll just kind of keep on clicking the button until I get to a number that I'm actually happy with and I'm willing to risk. But again, it's not the best approach, but with prop firms, I don't really care about the commission, honestly. If it was a different, if I was on a brokerage, maybe, but with prop firms, I honestly really don't care. So as you can see right here, around 9:20, I started to sell. I got in 18 contracts to the downside. Ended up getting out pretty early because, like I said, once I started seeing these green candles, I'm like, wait, what am I doing? I don't trade pre-market. I don't even trade before market open. Like, come on, Josh, get it together. So I ended up getting out. Took a small loss. Second trade. So as you can see right here, we have this 4-hour, well, this right here is a 4-hour area that I have marked out. So this sell area that you're seeing is a 1 hour. This area down here is a 4-hour. So anytime we get into these areas, as you can see, I marked this top one red because it's a sell area. Mark this white and green. That green area means that I can have a smaller risk, I guess you can kind of say. So that's where my risk would be at. So if we kind of break up, I would put my stop essentially under that green area right there. So kind of helps me out. So that second trade, I saw that sell area up there, and in my head I was thinking, okay, so we did respect it during the overnight sessions. So I'm assuming that during the New York session, we're going to come up, probably test it again, and then I'll look for a confirmation to go down. So, and that's exactly what happened. There was a low that was sitting over here. So once we hit that low, I said if we break structure to the upside, I'm gonna take a buy, and that's essentially what we did. We broke structure right here on this 1 minute coming out of this zone, and we had some rejection candles. That for me is an A plus setup. I mean, that's A plus plus. So I essentially got in right there, put my stop down here, and then as you can see, I was waiting. But once I started seeing that rejection candle, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna, because you know how sales go, they can just automatically just go in a click. So I said I'd probably be smart. Let me just get out right here, and I actually got out right at the top. So once I saw this push down, remember in my video, and in other videos that I posted, I have said that I only buy the pullbacks, right? Down here, when I got in, I did kind of get in a little early just because we broke structure. But once we got this pullback right here and started pushing up, I said, oh yeah, I like that. It went from like a B plus setup to like an A plus setup just after we started respecting this. So I really like that area. And then I saw this and I said, okay, if we come up and we break structure to the downside, then I'm going to sell it, and I'm going to sell it right back down into this zone. So I got in, I believe it was 18 contracts, so 3, just kind of testing my risk here. And then I essentially bought it down here. And the reason why I ended up getting out of this trade was, again, what did I say beforehand? Like, if we break structure coming out, and especially whenever I have this zone that I have marked, and whenever I have this white zone and like a green zone, or I might have a white zone and a red zone, like that red or green zone to me is a very A plus setup trade. So if we break structure coming out of that, like that is A plus. I don't care what happens. That's my setup. I take the trade. So, and then when we get that pullback up into that area, then that just confirms to me that, you know, we probably are going to go in the direction where I think we're going to go, or at least we want to. Now, anything can happen. So, but in my head, hey, we're going. So I'm in. Once you start second guessing yourself, you start looking at things and you start pulling back. Oh, I'm gonna get out. It's like, no, just stick to your target and just wait. Maybe move your stop to break even. But now, and I keep saying pullbacks, and then you guys see me like not getting at the pullbacks, but I am getting at the pullbacks. These zones that I have marked are pullback areas on a higher time frame. So usually on the hourly, that's my main one. But today we had a 4-hour time frame area that we respected, and there was an impulsive move, and then this is the pullback down into this area. So really, really, really strong buy area for me. So whenever I was selling this, I said, I'm going to hold this sell because it was a really strong sell. I'm going to hold this sell, but if we break structure out of this, I'm going to get out and I'm going to buy it back. So that's essentially what happened. Got it out, bought it back as soon as we broke structure right here. We got it. Now, it's not, if we break structure, but there's wicks. So you have a candle, you have your wick, you have some smaller wicks. We break structure, but if there's wicks in front of it, I'm not taking it. I need a clean setup. I need something like this. This is a clean setup for me right there, where we close above that line, right? Where we close above that line and there's no wicks. That's a clean setup for me. So that's exactly why I took that. Put my stop right at the bottom here. And as you can see, this was stressing me out. This afternoon was just stressing me out because I had to go take care of my daughter, and I'm watching this thing. It's going up and down, up and down. Sorry if you can probably hear it sneezing, but it was going up and down. I'm like, I'm just gonna get out. But I said, no, Josh, you gotta stick to your plan. And especially with it being a 4-hour, and we have a very specific zone that I like, so I just stuck with it. And as you can see, I bought the sell that I had, and then I bought more down here to go back up. And in my head, I was thinking that we're gonna close above the sell area. That's my initial thought. But whenever I actually got out right here at 27,289, because I was actually driving. I actually left. My daughter was getting a little tired, so I drove to help her fall asleep. And I was in my car. I was looking at my phone, and I was like, I'm just gonna get out right here. I'm not gonna wait for it because there was just too much going on, and I don't really believe texting and driving and all that. So I just got out just to keep things simple. But that's essentially how I had my trades today. I am going to be posting some content about how I get my areas and just more of my thinking process. I'm just trying to kind of get some content out there, and I have to have my girlfriend here to watch the baby so I can actually post content. So, but yeah, that's it. So thank you for watching. That's my trading session for today. Tomorrow I will probably do this again, post my trading session. So yeah, thanks for watching.